Do any of you enjoy watching professional sports?
Absolutely.
Have you ever been invested in a team so much that, you know, it feels really good whenever they do amazing? You feel good whenever you watch your team flourish, but you also feel the pain whenever your team does really bad? Yeah. Well, I'm here to propose that Jacksonville develops a professional basketball team by first stating the need, the benefits of it, and as well as how it can change the dynamic of our city. Duval is known to be home to the loud and the proud. We are known to get behind our sports teams just as good as anybody. And whether it be about some Minshew magic, you know, changing up our mustaches, or getting behind the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. We get really diehard and are very passionate about the sports teams that we already have. With that being said, bringing a professional basketball team to Jacksonville would open up some jobs to be available for the city. The unemployment rate, according to Area Vibes, is currently at 6% here in Jacksonville, which is 21% higher than the national average. The Cleveland Cavaliers, another professional basketball team, on their LinkedIn was noted to have 819 employees currently employed on their staff. Some obvious benefits to bringing a professional basketball team or any professional team to a city is the revenue that it can bring to a city. The attendance rate currently for the worst, probably the least interesting team inside the NBA is the Memphis Grizzlies, who they bring in still over 15,000 seats sold a night. So with that being said, at the average of, that's according to ESPN, with the average of $55 a seat, with 15,000 seats sold, let's say that's the bare minimum that we had, that's still on one night is $825,000 in one night. So with the regular NBA season, we have 82 games in a season, not including the playoffs. If your team gets to the playoffs, of course, attendance is going to be at max capacity with increased ticket prices. So you can just imagine how that could be very good for the city. Players are also known for giving back to their communities. Just recently, it was documented by the Orlando Magic that Aaron Gordon, DJ Augustine, and Markelle Fultz were doing a little Thanksgiving dinner giveaway for people in their community. And Markelle Fultz was actually quoted saying, "You know, this is bigger than basketball. On the court, I'm going to do what I have to do. But to be able to be remembered for giving back to the community, I think is the biggest part that I want to be remembered for." And there's a lot of players that are like that and are known for giving back to their communities in any sport. One big thing about basketball that actually hits home with me and why it's personal is that actually growing up, it's what brought me and my family together. I used to live with my grandparents, and my grandpa used to take my brothers and I to Cleveland Cavs game. We lived in Ohio. Cleveland Cavs game every weekend. The Cavs were no good, so half the time that we were going, the tickets were cheap, so we could go, as well as we were probably just going to see the other team. The other team always had the star player that was fun and exciting to watch, and Cavs always just stunk. But I can't honestly imagine having a different upbringing. It brought my family really close together. Even to this day, during basketball season, my family will have our family texts going together like, "Man, did you see that?" Or like, "Dude, that was awesome." But it's actually more back to, "Man, we really suck," because we got rid of all our good players. But none of that might have happened if it wasn't convenient for my grandpa to even go to the games. Back where we lived in Warren, Ohio, going to the Cleveland Cavaliers game was only a 20-minute drive. The closest game that we could go to is the Orlando Magic here that I go to. Is the Orlando Magic, which is according to Siri, is 2.5 hours away from my house. Now I know everybody likes to beat Siri, so maybe a little bit more, or a little bit less, but go on the speed limit, 2.5 hours. And the crazy thing about it is that here in Jacksonville, we actually already have a venue that's available to use for a basketball team. According to VyStar's Veterans Memorial Arena, they have an arena with 15,000 seats available. Now, currently, VyStar, their Veteran Memorial Arena is being used for Sharks games, Iceman games, concerts, shows and conventions. But they do already have a floor set up for basketball to be used in there. You can actually go and see for yourself. This December 6th, they have the Harlem Globetrotters coming into town, and you can go watch them do some fancy stuff. It won't be a Kyrie Irving crossover or a LeBron James highlight dunk, but it'll be something fun to enjoy. In conclusion, I think that these are some really good reasons why we should bring a professional basketball team here to Jacksonville, with the revenue, with the unemployment rate, and bringing jobs opportunity for people to have, as well as bringing money into the city of Jacksonville that isn't necessarily already here. That, and to give other people the chance to experience growing up what I did with my family and creating those bonds. So we have the venue, why not?